motor classicers, well, what are we calling it? Holden's Heroes Live, I think we'll dub it. And over the next few days we'll be speaking to various touring car legends who've done some extraordinary feats in Holden races. And this afternoon we have two all-time legends of the sport. And because C and B come before J and R, I'll introduce Colin Bond first, and of course, Jim Richards. Gentlemen, welcome. You both have extraordinary records in Australian motorsport, so it's sometimes kind of hard to know where to begin, but Bondy will begin at the beginning as far as Holden is concerned. And of course, you shot to stardom in 1969 by winning the Bathurst 500 in a Holden dealer to the MONARO 350. And you've never looked back since, have you?
Well, not really. I think it was one of those things that Harry Firth had just taken over the team because Al Turner had come out from America to run the Ford program, and up until then I think Harry had been doing most of the work with the Fords. And then I think John Bagshaw and a couple of boys at GM decided that Harry should have a run of the cars. And the first car that they actually had was the MONARO, of course, and they ran it at Sandown. And Harry said to me, should I run it at Sandown with Spencer Martin? And I said, I'd love to, Harry, but the trouble is I'm going to New Guinea to do a rally. So he got Kevin Bartlett to do that particular race. Unfortunately, the car only lasted 3 laps in the race, and it ran out of brakes and crashed. Hurting Spencer a bit, but one good thing about it was, in typical Harry in those days, he went down to GM and we got different wheels with slots in them and a few modifications to the car to help the brakes out. And then the next race was Bathurst. Peter Brock was also there that year with Desi West and Hank Walters and Peter McEnroe in the other car, and I was with Tony Roberts in the third car, basically, or the second car. I'm not sure how it all worked out. But as the race went on, of course, Billy Brown helped us dramatically. He took out half the field on the first lap. And after that, it was basically driving around. The Fords were fast, but they also had race tyres, and they were having a problem with the tyres. Lots of photos of Fords upside down with blind tyres, and we kept on going and won the race. So it was a great thing to do because it's the first time we had a competitive car at Bathurst, and to win the race and cement myself into the Holden dealer team. And after that one too, then Peter Brock of course came into the team, and the two of us were together for many years.
We'll come back to you, Colin. Jim, you in fact first came to prominence, certainly in Australia, at Bathurst in a Tirana, and you finished an excellent third in mostly wet conditions, driving with fellow Kiwi Rod Coppin. So I guess we could say that Bathurst also launched your career here in Australia.
Yes, it did. I hadn't actually been to Australia before 74, and got the invite to come over with a Kiwi friend of mine, and we had one mechanic preparing the car, actually at Fred Gibson's workshop in Sydney. I didn't know Fred at that stage, so he prepared the car, and Harry would keep sending him parts to bob on it, and then he'd say, no, not that one, Bob, put this one on it. And we started the race, had no preconceived idea of how we would go at all, and ended up finishing third. But I must say that I remember the morning of the race, this was 74, we woke up, looked outside, and it was just drizzling. It looked like rain. And we didn't have any with the tyres. So we had to charge down to the compound early and try and organise some bit with the tyres. But all we could find was a set of intermediates and a set of wets. So we brought them both and proceeded to put the wets on the front and the intermediates on the back, and away we went. And it was a great race for us. We ran out of brakes towards the end, but managed to hang on for a third place overall, so it was really good.
And of course, you became known as a wet weather expert. You seem to excel any time, like most Kiwis, in the very slippery conditions. So it was probably ideal for you to make a name for yourself here, wasn't it?
Well, I think had it not been wet, we probably wouldn't have come third, to be honest. But I've never particularly liked the wet. I figure it's just like driving in the dry, except it's not slippery.
Colin, going back to '69, even back then, and it was in the early stages, if you like, of Bathurst, the Bathurst races of fame, but still winning that race then, it must have been what we would say today is life-changing.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it virtually meant that up until then we had been driving a little bit Mitsubishi, just rallying, and then, they then get in the Holden dealer team, and with the Holden dealer team they really wanted to go rallying because they were allowed to go rallying, they weren't really allowed to go racing. So, and Harry sort of wanted the XU1s to go rallying with really in the first place, and they were good to us. We won the rally championship 3 times, and then we realised that the XU1 was a great motor car for most circuits, but at Bathurst you just needed the legs to nail the forwards initially the way up the hill, and eventually we had to go to the V8, of course, and that was the L34, and again they were a very good car.